Up with KREM begins now.
Right now on Up with KREM, the Coeur d'Alene School District making the decision not to require masks in schools, and now they're facing backlash from the community. This morning, why healthcare professionals in the community disagree.
And we're going to take you outside on this beautiful morning. Look at the left side of your screen. See that little lens flare? That's a sign that the sun has made it up over the mountains. We're talking temperatures on the rise.
Hoop Fest officials are now offering a full refund after many people called a foul on the cancellation. Happy Friday, friends. Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. Glad to have you here with us. I'm Tim Pham. This morning, our crews are spread out across the region. Meteorologist Jeremy Lagoud joins us in studio right now. He's letting us know about the forecast for the holiday weekend. Channing Curtis is in downtown Spokane right now, where the historic Fox Theater is celebrating its 90th birthday. And right now, Nicole Hernandez joins us from Coeur d'Alene. The school board made a big decision for students returning to classrooms next week. So let's start with Nicole. Before students enter the classroom, the district's board announced changes to its guidelines for COVID-19. They are not requiring masks or have contact tracing or quarantining. Before that decision was made, more than 200 Idaho health officials sent a letter to the school board suggesting the opposite. This morning, Nicole Hernandez live at Kootenai Health in Coeur d'Alene to tell us more about what's in that letter. Good morning, Nicole.
Yeah, Tim, good morning. Like you mentioned, I'm live outside of Kootenai Health right now. You can see right behind me, and this is where 210 people who work here sent a letter to the Coeur d'Alene School District. That was a combination of board members, pediatricians, department leaders, and other doctors sending this letter. They really, in full, were asking for students to be wearing masks and be social distancing at least 3 feet whenever possible, and to be getting vaccinated. After the school board decision, though, none of those things will be required in the Coeur d'Alene classrooms this upcoming school year. This morning, the CDC is reporting an increase in COVID-19 cases in children. Leaders at Kootenai Health are concerned hospitals won't have enough beds or medical staff to properly treat a high number of kids that may become sick. Dr. Vanessa Carroll, the director of medical pediatrics at Kootenai Health, and the top signature on that letter that was sent to the school board, says that the school's district guidelines could cause a sharp increase in COVID cases and hospitalizations.
We can anticipate from the Coeur d'Alene School District alone, approximately 200 children will require hospitalization for COVID. About a third of those hospitalized actually need an intensive care. So about 60 are going to need to be admitted to a pediatric intensive care unit or PICU.
Now, right now, there are no mask mandates in place for Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Lakeland schools, and North Idaho College. And schools in Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls both start on Tuesday. And right now, hospitals are already starting to recognize this potential increase in need. So we're told that they are reallocating space and beds in particular to get ready to start treating more kids if they end up seeing a spike. Live in Coeur d'Alene, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Our other big story of this morning is the forecast, because it is a 3-day weekend for some. A lot of people might be out on the boat, they might be camping, or maybe even just grilling. It doesn't really matter because it sounds like it's going to be a nice weekend, right, Jeremy?
Oh, absolutely. Tim, I think I'm going to do everything outdoors this weekend.
I think you are.
Yeah. Is it okay? Do you think my neighbors will judge me if I just pitch a tent in my backyard?
They might have some questions, but you do you. You know?
Yeah. You know what, neighbors? Hey, come on over and hang out. We've got, I don't know, books. I'll be reading a book.
I got major Mr. Rogers vibes yesterday when you were reading in the library at Glover.
Yeah, Ludwig von Beethoven. I could not believe it. Died March 26th, 1827.
Wow, you learned so much.
I know.
On the first day of school. Way to go.
Did you know that they had his funeral 3 days later and more than 3,000 people showed up because he was so beloved?
Wow. He is.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the forecast, though.
I learned all that yesterday reading a book on TV. How weird is that? All right, early on this morning, we've got the sun shining down across the inland Northwest and temperatures on the rise. And here, I've got a little bit to talk about. I'm not venting, but I am going to talk about what we have going on because it says 50 in Spokane. But I'm here to tell you, if I zoom in and look around town, let's say Tim's neighborhood over in West Central, 42 is the current temperature there, 48 in downtown, 45 on the South Hill, but it's 50 at the actual airport. In fact, it's 52 at the actual airport. They get sun a little bit earlier than us, so they wind up warming up a bit faster. Sandpoint at 39, Coeur d'Alene at 44, so it is a somewhat cool morning, but a little bit warmer than where we were. And those temps are going to rise quickly, so those kids heading to the bus stop will actually get those temps in the 50s for a lot of locations. Good air quality now, but it does trend a little bit worse as we head into the weekend when we get a shift in our weather pattern and more wind moving across the region. Sunny skies take us through the day though, and it starts now. Sun shining down. Temps go from, yeah, okay, I like that mid-40s that's there on the 7 a.m. It's going to read in the 50s again, but in town it will be in the mid-40s. But by 8, we're in the 50s. By 11-ish, we'll be up near 70 and then rising as we head through the day. High temp, 80 this afternoon under sunny skies.
It is time for your morning rush, more news in less time. According to the latest data on breakthrough cases, the chances of catching COVID-19 after getting fully vaccinated in Washington remains incredibly low. The Washington State Department of Health says only about 0.5% of COVID cases are people who are fully vaccinated. The state used a new method to figure this out. They match immunization information systems data with new positive COVID-19 tests. The cancellation of Hoop Fest devastated many, and some players were frustrated they couldn't get a full refund, and now that's changing. Hoop Fest announcing players can donate their registration fee or get a full refund. Previously, teams were offered only a 20% refund. Well, there's a new place to watch the Chiefs here in Spokane. The new hockey bar, Lord Stanley's, is in downtown Spokane. It's now open, and it will definitely be a place to also watch the first Kraken game that's coming up here on September 26th. That's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. A lot of people expected to travel, and before you head out on your holiday weekend, we are taking a look at travel times across Washington. Hello.
And we're going to take you outside. We've got temps on the rise, and I've got your Labor Day forecast. Sorry, I was just eating oatmeal. How dorky is that? All right, as we go through the weekend, expect temperatures on the rise. We're in the mid-80s each and every day. And as we get into Labor Day, how about 80s and sunny? It's a perfect weekend ahead.